Hi everyone, it's Janis here with a new episode to help you build better daily structure and be in control of your life. Journaling is not just about opening a notebook and writing down a few sentences about how your day went or what would you like to do in the future. For me, journaling is a tool that helps me to manage my time, stay more organized and productive. I use journaling with intention, and in this video I'll show you exactly how I journal and what are some benefits that journaling can give you. If this is your first time on this channel, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates on my latest videos about time management and productivity. Also consider joining my free productivity mastermind group where I do live coaching calls and live Q&As where you have a chance to ask me any questions. For those who don't know me, I'm a big fan of time blocking, so I mainly use Google Calendar to plan my time, as it gives me ability to time block. And while I do like benefits of having digital planner, I still keep my journal. I record how I actually spend my time and then later use this data to reflect. So let's dive in and I'll show you every step of my journaling process so that you can start journaling like a pro. Number 1, how I journal. Now before you start, you'll need a notebook and pen. I personally use blank ruled notebook as I like the clean look of it. I'm not a big fan of yearly planners because I like a freedom and flexibility. In the yearly planners, you're given a certain space to work with. But of course, there is nothing wrong if you want to go with yearly planner, if you like the idea about preset dates and layout. Once I get my notebook, I open the first page and write my name and email. Just in case I lose it, people will be able to contact me. Then I open the next page and lay out my planning structure. First, I write the day and date on the right-hand side page in the upper right corner. After that, on the left-hand side, I write my goal or project that I'm working towards. Below my goal, I list down items that I need to focus on. Some of the items will help me to achieve my goals and projects, while others will need to be done in order to keep my business moving forward. These activities I would either prepare at the beginning of the week when I'm planning out my weekly activities, or I would prepare them in a previous evening for the following day. Another thing that I tend to do is I add numbers next to the activities. I do this to prioritize my tasks, and I always start with the hardest task first. Up to this point, it's all about preparation. All of this is done at least a day or more in advance. What follows next is very important. The next step is to record the actual activities and time consumption so that we can later track the usage of our time. So before I start an activity, I would write down the activity and starting time of that activity. Then, when I finish, I would write down the finishing time and how much time it took to complete it. I would then repeat this cycle until all my tasks of the day would be completed, and then I can rest and relax for the rest of the day. Every day I have intention to complete all my tasks, but it's not always happening because what we are planning to do and what we actually do are often two different things. There are distractions and obstacles that we didn't plan for, and that's why it's important to record and track our daily activities. Number 2, side notes. Another strategy that I use that is part of my daily planning process is called side notes, and it helps me to stay away from distractions and short-term emotional cravings. Side note strategy is simply writing down instant thoughts or ideas so that they can be researched and looked at later. If you want to learn more about side note strategy, then I have a whole video about it. I'll link it in the cards and in the description below. Number 3, how I plan in advance. When I'm journaling and planning my activities, I always plan them in advance. This helps me to accomplish multiple important things. First, it helps me to put myself in a control of my schedule. When I plan in advance, I can adjust my schedule in a way that it suits me the best. Second, it ensures that my plan is in line with my goals, because when I plan, I always keep my goals in front of me. I usually plan once a week. On Saturday mornings, I have a time block called strategic planning, and during this time block, I plan my upcoming week. And then of course, add all little things that need to be done throughout the week to ensure that my team can work well and my clients are looked after. Number 4, structure of the week. To maximize my productivity, I like to theme my weekdays so that each day I can focus on one most important thing. I like to rotate different activities as they take different amounts of energy, so I try not to exhaust myself by having too many intensive days in a row. At the moment, this is how I theme my weekdays. Mondays are for reporting and one-off activities. Tuesdays and Thursdays are for content creation. Wednesdays are for community building activities. Fridays are for product development. Saturdays are for strategic planning and admin work. And Sundays are for rest. Having a theme for each day helps me to prepare my mindset and show up with the right attitude to make sure that I can achieve all my planned activities. Number 5, daily reflection. And finally, I use my journal to reflect on how my day has gone, what went well, and what things I can improve. At the end of the day, I open my journal to see if I have completed all the planned activities. I also look at how much time I've spent on each activity. Here I can often spot the opportunities to improve if I see that I've spent too much time on certain activities that should have been completed much quicker. And this is how I use my journal to improve my productivity. If you have any questions about my journaling process or anything else, then please don't hesitate to ask me them in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed this episode about how to journal in 2020, and it will help you to journal better and improve your overall productivity. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you hit that like button. And if you have any questions about time management and becoming more productive, then leave them in the comments section below. If you want to learn how to set better goals, make better decisions, and build solid structure in your life, then check out my free Productivity Mastermind course to take your productivity to the next level. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss my upcoming videos.